I just drove 3 straight hours like it was nothing. Somewhere in Kentucky now. The car didn't act like it was nothing. It needs gas. Only 100 miles to go today. And I found snacks at the grocery store, so got these and a few other things. So I made it to Williamstown, Kentucky. I am like a 1/10 of a mile away from the Ark Encounter. I got to drive by and I couldn't see the Ark from the road because they have a massive parking lot. But I am excited to walk there tomorrow and see everything inside. Tonight, I was reflecting on my last time in Kentucky, which again was like 12 years ago when I went to the Creation Museum. And I didn't see much of Kentucky on that trip because I was basically just in the Cincinnati area. But I did get to have Cincinnati Chili for the first time on that trip. So I'm going to have Cincinnati Chili again on this trip. There's a place that's just about 10 minutes away, so let's drive there. Hello, Gold Star Chili. So if you don't know what Cincinnati Chili is, it's spaghetti topped with chili. I'm back in my room planning for tomorrow, and I realized that on the front of their brochure, if these are the giraffes that they are depicting as living in the time of Noah, then at least half of them are going to die. Good morning. I am walking away from my hotel now. I'm leaving my car here, so I will be back later in the day. It was a little bit more expensive than I was hoping to pay for what was basically a motel room, close to $100. But it had free breakfast, so got to take that into account. I did pay for it with my Hotels.com rewards, so didn't actually pay, but still, there's, that piece to it. And I am right next to the Ark Encounter, like you can see the sign right behind me. So I'm going to try to get in without paying for parking since I'm not actually driving there. I know the neighboring hotel has an entrance, but you have to have a key card in order to enter. So I'll see if maybe I can get in the same time as somebody else, or I'll try to enter through the main gate, and I don't know if they'll let me go in without paying for parking because it sounds like everybody has to pay for parking, and I want to try to avoid that. That's why I got a hotel room within walking distance, because I didn't want to pay for parking. I already paid $70 for the ticket. The Hampton costs double what my hotel costs over there. And they have to pay for parking too. Not as much as paying to park in the Ark Encounter right over here, but still kind of a ripoff. So I've been to the Creation Museum before, like 12 years ago when I lived in Ohio. They're still building the Ark Encounter. I actually contributed to the Ark Encounter, so I don't know if I'll be able to find my contribution once I get inside because I don't have the serial number anymore. But we'll see if they can look it up for me. So it's really cool to finally be here after all these years. The Creation Museum is owned by the same organization as the Ark Encounter, so there will be lots of overlap, but they are completely unique experiences. Like the Creation Museum focuses on the 7 C's of creation, which, if I can remember, are creation. Oh, what's the second one? It's where they sin. Not catastrophe. Catastrophe is the third one. Creation, corruption, catastrophe, confusion, Christ, cross, and consummation. So catastrophe is what Noah's Ark was. So we'll be focusing on catastrophe today. Yeah, this does require a key card for entry, so I'm wondering if somebody else will show up that I can walk in with. Got 10 minutes till the gates are supposed to open. Otherwise, there's the other entrance for cars. I made it in, and they just started letting cars in. So I think we're supposed to head over here. So be sure to get here half an hour before they actually open, and you'll get no lines. can't believe it's been 10 years already. I remember when they were still just fundraising for it in the initial phases. And there it is. Am I the first person to walk under the rainbow today?
That's a kingfish.
Oh, that one's a kingfish.
You don't want to talk anymore? Now that I'm filming you? Zazu, is that you? Yep. I think they use the same music that SeaWorld does at their entrance. And now, under the Ark. Looks like that's the animal boarding area. The traditional one. This is the normal modern day area. Oh, never mind, I do get to board this way. Not everything is real, but historically accurate. For example, the real Ark did not come with emergency exits because this was the only safe place in the world. All the animals and some waste removal. And food and seeds and things they'd need for the new world. I wonder if Noah needed to label everything to remember what was what. Here are some dinosaurs. From one end of the Ark to the other on just one of the decks. Time to head up to deck 2. Okay, let's see if I can find my name. I was a Plank sponsor. It looks like it's in alphabetical order. So go into the L's. There's L's. Where am I? L-E. L-I. There I am, right there. Oh my goodness, it's me. It's crazy that it's been like 15 years since I made that donation. In faith, I wasn't making very much money at all at the time. I was just starting an internship that made like, I think $400 a month, so that was a big investment for me. But it's great to see that it actually made something, and it's continuing to this day. playing this one in college.
About the same age as any other 600-year-old person I've met. Well, except for my wife, of course. She doesn't look a day past 400. In all directions, even backwards. My wife, she likes...
That was deck 2, on to deck 3. How there's things to look at above the exhibits.
Less than 50 years after they landed. Yet Bill Nye and others.
I loved going to the Museum of the Bible in DC. This should be good.
Has been translated over and over again in a remarkable process.
Third floor was fun. I'm gonna head back out of the Ark because there's a lot more to see outside. Well, I'm definitely glad I came here first thing in the morning because it definitely got more and more crowded even just over the past couple of hours. Back outside, it is hot. So you did see my name on the wall. One of these planks are mine. I just don't have the serial number to find out which one. All right, where are the animals? Gonna guess they're over with that crowd of people. There's one over there. Oh wow. Oh my goodness, look at all the lemurs cuddling. And they all looked up. Hi, lemurs. Hi, guys. Did I wake you up from your nap? I'm so sorry. Hello there, stork. You pretty, Crane. What you doing with the fence? Trying to escape? Yeah, that last sentence says that their body smells like buttered popcorn, and I'm getting strong sense of that right now. And there he is.
He's curious.
And porcupines are napping. I love alpacas. And I guess there's a bird in this one. I don't see the bird. Yep, not seeing the bird. This is a rhea. It's the only bird I'm slightly scared of because one time at a zoo, it stuck its head in my car as a drive-through zoo and it started eating my seatbelt. It's like it didn't want me to live. Emu. And hey guys. Hi there. Scratch yours? No, you don't want me to scratch yours. You want to be pet? Yeah, you'll let me pet you. You tried to bite me. Is that a zorse? It is a zorse. It looks like over there's a zonkey. Look at that. Look at its legs. That's just so amazing looking. I want one. There's a black vulture, and over here is the bald eagle. Lots of food options. Tacos, we already passed a pizza place and a barbecue place. Here's an ice cream place. There's also a buffet. So I packed my lunch, but you don't have to. Not many kids at the playground today because it's like 100 degrees outside. Oh, but they have misters, yes. There's lots of extras you can add on. To the right of the Ark's a zip line. Over here we have a carousel and a VR experience. So there's plenty to do in a day without paying extra, but there's those options if you want them. Wait, does that say that the carousel is included with the mission? Well, let's go. Should I get a living animal or something that's extinct? I went with the extinct friend here. Got my bird friend right next to me. And a horse. And an apatosaurus, I think. Go! I don't know why I love carousels so much. Not as thrilling as roller coasters, but still. That is what I'm writing right now. I cannot pronounce that. And next to the rainbow entrance, they have the Answer Center, which has an auditorium that does different productions throughout the day, videos and live presentations. So I'm gonna head there next. Probably won't be able to videotape it, so I'll just let you know how it went. This is what I rode last time. Now I'm riding the Falcon. I'm hoping it goes up and down a little bit more. So according to the wall, this is a Falcon a day. And here we go, fly my pretty. Well, I've really enjoyed my time at the Ark Encounter. I've learned a lot, got to see some cool things, got to have some cool experiences, and I recommend it. Go ahead and check it out for yourself. It's even better in person. Okay, I'm gonna get one thing from the gift shop. It's on clearance for $5. Okay, somehow my souvenirs were fruitful and multiplied, but the sticker was 99 cents and I've seen them on a lot of cars and I need to add it to my sticker trunk at least. And the keychain was free. So that pyramid, if you come here in a year or later, that will be something. It's under construction right now. And this is the exit right back where we started. It's been a good day. And now I get to drive 7 hours to get back home. But I did want to emphasize that you can believe whatever you want to believe. I mean, I'm in the United States, so we have freedom of religion. And even if you are a Christian, you don't have to believe everything that's here. That is acceptable. It's not a requirement to become a Christian to believe everything depicted in creationism theory. But it is something that can be scientifically explored. I do encourage people to explore it from that matter. There's just so much to learn. And regardless of whether you lean more towards creationism or evolution or maybe some other theory, use this opportunity to ask questions of people and learn from their perspective, even if you don't agree with it, because it can be really insightful. I took a class in college. I did go to a Christian college, or at least that's where I ended up graduating from, where I did have to take a scientific models of creation class in order to graduate. It was just one of the general prereqs. And I learned a lot from it. And something I learned was that they didn't agree with everything the Creation Museum said, at least my professor didn't. And in fact, he said that there was a lot of validity to evolution, which, I mean, that's why we all had to study it in public school. So there's a lot to learn from it, even if you don't fully agree with it. And it's great to be able to understand both perspectives and not make fun of it. That's something that I really don't like, when people make fun of it. I know when I went to youth group as a kid, when we learned about creation versus evolution, we were just making fun of evolution. And that's not the right way to go about it either. So please use this as an opportunity to learn from each other. And oh my goodness, it is so hot outside. As you can see, the parking lot has definitely filled up a lot more. And I think the walk back to my hotel is going to be even more difficult than the 7-hour drive home. I am almost back to the first hotel that I'm using their shortcut for, and then I have to walk back to my hotel, and then I'll drive home. Okay, still on my way back to my hotel, or at least the hotel I checked out of this morning. Just wanted to add one more thing that I kind of enjoyed that I didn't film at all, was the bus ride. Both ways, I got to sit next to some fun people. On the way there was a lady who kept asking me questions about my life, and I got to tell her my story, especially from the past few months, about leaving by faith from California and traveling the country for 2 months before finally finding a job at a camp for people with disabilities in Tennessee, and just how God's been working through all of that. And then on the way back, I offered the seat next to me to this little girl who was sitting on the floor, and so I offered her my seat instead. And you know, as the mom told her to sit down, she turned to me and was like, "I'm sorry, she's going to talk your ear off." But it was a lot of fun. I got to ask her questions about her experience at the Ark Encounter, and yeah, just about her life, and so that was fun as well. But anyways, I would like to hear about your life, so tell me something that you are looking forward to doing this summer, or a fun road trip you've taken in the past. And if you've liked this video, please like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and do whatever you can to help it reach the people that it needs to reach. Thank you so much. Bye!